My name's Alyssa Young, and I'm a BSN student at the UCF Cocoa campus. Before I was born, my grandmother was diagnosed with breast cancer. She was able to beat it, and she was in remission for a long time before she was re-diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer in 2014. At that time, it had metastasized to her lungs, to her bones, but that did not stop her fight, and she continued to fight until the very end. This was our last Christmas together. I had just gotten a digital camera, so I was going around taking pictures of everybody. It's one of my favorite pictures. She was the glue of our family. When my grandma was battling cancer, I would go with her to her appointments, and she was hospitalized a lot by the end of her life. And when I was there, the doctors were amazing, the whole care team was amazing, but it was the nurses, to me, that made the biggest impact in the rest of her life. They were the ones that really got to know her and were able to form that connection that I wanted to make with patients. In critical care, it's important that they have a rock in such an unknown place and probably the worst time of their life. So that's really why I wanted to go into it, to be that person for them, the way that they were for my grandma. I chose UCF College of Nursing because I would get more of a knowledge base and more education than if I was to choose somewhere else. And I wanted to get the most out of it so that I could be a better provider myself.
My name is Isaiah Moser. I am a current faculty member here at UCF, and I work in acute care as a nurse practitioner in internal medicine. So here's a picture of my cousin, Maya Terrian, and myself at her wedding. Her story really changed about the age of 14 when she was diagnosed with a very severe form of bone cancer. She never gave up. She always said, you know, God's got me, I'm gonna get through this. If you looked at her on paper, you wouldn't believe the spirit that she showed, you know, because the illness was so severe. But she was always the most bright person. I said, I want to do something to remember her. I want something that's long-standing, that'll make an impact in the medical community, and something that people can take away as a student and say, hey, this is someone that went through a battle, that stayed strong, and I want to be a student that shows that strength, that perseverance throughout nursing school. And that's why I established a scholarship. When I heard that Alyssa got the scholarship, I was super happy because she's just a fantastic student. Always excels, both in the classroom and in the clinical portion. She would go to the YMCA in the mornings, work a shift for a few hours, and then come to clinical or come to class. And I just thought it was awesome that she got it, because I know at some level, some financial burden has to be taken off when you get a scholarship. The hope is that through some of these programs, we can get the students to where they don't have to pick up a shift.
I've been lucky enough to have Dr. Moser as my clinical instructor for the past 2 semesters. I really look up to him. He is a nurse practitioner in the critical care field, so the knowledge that he's able to provide to us has been invaluable.
I hope that we can inspire nurses to pursue careers in pediatric oncology. You know, so much of nursing is the non-medical side. It's the talking to the family. It's the how are you doing, checking in and seeing how our patient is overall. And I hope that we can inspire that through this scholarship.
I'm extremely grateful that I have this opportunity. And I'm extremely grateful that I get to live out the legacies of 2 beautiful humans that made such an impact on the world, and surely all of the people that they came into contact with in day-to-day life.